Good morning, good morning. How are you guys today? Hi, it's Caroline. Welcome to Caroline's Table. I got my coffee. I was just sitting thinking, what are we going to talk about today? And I thought we would talk about new beginnings. No matter what phase of life we're in, we have so many times that something new is happening. We're learning something new, or we're getting to a new location and having to adapt to something different. And it takes a lot of confidence to move into new situations. I know there are a lot of kids right now who are starting school. Maybe you're in a new level of school. You're in that middle school or high school. A lot of kids going to college now. As adults, we move into new jobs, we move into new careers, we move into new cities, and constantly finding ourselves in that new process. And new is, it can be a little daunting. It can be definitely anxiety provoking. I know it is for me. I tend to love my routine, and I love, I'm a creature of comfort. I like my home. I like my routine. But we crave excitement and new energy and adventure and those kind of things. And sometimes wanting that new exciting energy is, it makes it difficult when you're someone who likes your routine. So you have to accept both as part of, you got to give up what's comfortable in order to try something new. So I'm in the middle of a lot of new things right now, which is very exciting. Sometimes it does get a little overwhelming, and then I remind myself, like, this is what I asked for. I asked for this new chapter and to have new opportunities. And I do feel like I've definitely called them in. I've definitely asked. You guys have made that possible for us as well, in terms of the fun things we're doing with our Italy retreats and my cooking blog. So I encourage you to, whatever that thing is that you've been thinking about doing. Is it a new hobby? Is it a new job? Is it leaving a job? Whatever it is, if it's a new chapter for a child or someone that you care about, I encourage you to remind people the excitement of the unknown, because it is very fun. It is very fun. The unknown makes it, it's where the discomfort is where the excitement is. So in order to sort of take both of those things together, I'm finding all kinds of new things are arriving because I'm allowing it. And I was not in a situation before to allow it. So here we go. Tammy, you think it's a relatable topic? Well, what's happening in your life that you're renewing right now? Seeing so many friends join here. Nice to see you guys. If you are looking for an update on the retreat, I had we had our big Sophie's Choice moment last night, where we had to shuffle very few spots for a lot of people. We did send out the first invitations to, it's only 22 people. We had hundreds of people. There's my friend Nancy. And we did send out the first invitations. I'm getting confirmations back. If there are additional spots, I will contact those of you who are still on the list. So I haven't told anyone that you're not able to come, because I don't have confirmations yet. So thank you for your patience on that. I have, first of all, I have to wish a very happy birthday to my dear friend, Julie. And Julie, are you watching, Julie? Hopefully you're doing something more fun on your birthday. But Julie, as you know, worked with Suzanne for, 25 years, still works with Alan, and she is the heart and soul of the program over at SuzanneSummers.com. So she is a wonderful, wonderful woman, and I love her dearly. So happy birthday to Julie. Yeah, you guys, there's Julie. Did you hear me talking about you? Happy birthday, honey. So here we are, brand new day. My husband Bruce he had a big pack. Bruce he's going to be gone for several weeks. He is enjoying Rome with his father. His dad has never been to Italy, and he is taking him to Rome for this week. So super exciting. He's sending me pictures. How fun. His dad is 82 years old, and how exciting to be able to take your dad, and his dad is healthy and well, and that is a really special thing to do for a parent. And you know, you can't wait too long to do these things. So Tammy was saying, a lot of life-changing experience, every ending can bring new beautiful beginnings. That's absolutely true. So how fun that Bruce is out with his dad. He just sent me a picture of the two of them on the Spanish Steps, and then they were out at lunch. So that's exciting, super exciting. So speaking of new beginnings, I want to talk a little bit about Wellisair, because so many of you have jumped in on this amazing air revitalizer system, because a lot of kids going to college right now. So we've had a huge influx of sales from people wanting one for the dorm room. Super important. I have been doing, I'm redoing the website for wellisair.com right now. And I'm so amazed by this product, because Wellisair is the new kid in town in terms of air purification systems, because most of them are HEPA filter based. And the way HEPA filters work is that they have to use a fan to pull air into the filter, and then it traps the impurities in the air and it puts them onto a filter. So it has to have the fan quite powerful to pull all the air in your room into the unit, so that it can then trap the particles that are on the filter. It's good technology. It's really good for dust. It's really good for pet dander. Unfortunately, what it's not great at is there are a lot of things that are a smaller size than what a filter can trap. Things like invisible gases and toxins that are all over our homes: formaldehyde, benzene, toluene, acrolein, all the toxins that we talk about trying to eliminate from our lives. You're getting paint that is off-gassing from your cabinetry. You're getting rugs that are off-gassing formaldehyde. You get benzene that comes in through the garage or from the street. And all of these toxins live in our homes because we don't have nature's outdoor cleaning system inside our home. And the way that nature cleans the air outside is from hydroxyls. And hydroxyls are formed naturally. When the sun hits water, it breaks up H2O into H and OH, and that OH is called a hydroxyl. Now, the hydroxyl, its whole purpose is to get back to being H2O and evaporate as water vapor. So that OH goes out into the environment, and it looks to steal another H, because that's what it was missing. And it takes that H from bacteria, viruses, mold, toxins, any of the pollutants, impurities, smoke, odors, they all have an H. So when your cleaning hydroxyl takes that H, guess what happens? Poof, the toxin evaporates and the hydroxyl turns back into water vapor and disappears. So that amazing cleaning system out in nature is why the atmosphere is always turning over toxins and then creating that clean air. But when you come inside, we don't have hydroxyls inside our home, because most of us close our windows, close our doors, and we don't get that natural airflow through the house. So without the cleaning hydroxyls, we can be up to 5 times more polluted indoors than you are outside. So this Wellisair unit is the only unit. It is the new kid in town. So this is the new kid in the air revitalization world because it brings hydroxyl technology into the home. So you just have a small little cartridge that goes in the back, no nasty filter to change. And instead of needing to pull air into the unit, it just has this tiny little fan, and the fan distributes the hydroxyls through your home. And guess what those hydroxyls do? They break apart on the molecular level any of the impurities that are in your home. So any mold, airborne mold spores, mycotoxins, any formaldehyde, benzene, off-gassing, all of those things, it's not trapping them in a filter that you then have to expose yourself to when you change it. It's literally eliminating them on the molecular level. This is the only unit that cleans the air on the molecular level, and it's patented, so it's the only one. You can use promo code NEWKID150 and get $150 off the unit at wellisair.com. And I was talking to one of my colleagues at Wellisair, and I said, it's funny that this is the only unit that cleans on the molecular level. Now there's another air purifier that has a similar name to molecular, but this is the one that actually cleans on the molecular level. The other ones use HEPA filters. Now the fancy ones, the expensive ones, will also use a carbon filter, and a carbon filter will help trap more of those toxins because it's it can trap particles that are smaller. The problem is, in most commercial use, the carbon filters become saturated within like 2 to 3 weeks. So this is a totally new and different technology. And as with all technology, once something becomes introduced that is higher technology, smaller, more quiet, more affordable, look how small this is. There's no loud tower in your home running that fan. Those fans are so annoying. And if you turn the fan down on a HEPA filter, your efficacy goes way down on your unit. So again, you hear the noise. It's just a light hum. It has a VOC meter right here that tells you if you have any toxins in your air. So when it's blue, your air is clean. When it's orange like this, it's detecting something that's 10% outside of the normal range. And when it turns red, it means you're more than 10%. So I have something on the stove right now. That could be why it's orange. And it's doing its job cleaning the air. It's always spreading those hydroxyls through the air. But this VOC meter is telling you our air it's constantly moving and changing. Every time you open the door or if you walk in and you have your, sometimes there's something on your shirt or a perfume or an odor, whatever it is. So I just trust that this is always working. Each unit covers 1,000 square feet. So so many of you have jumped in. Thank you. Judy said, I have 2, no more sinus headaches. I love hearing that. I love hearing that. I love that it's helping with that. Nancy, thank you. I appreciate that testimonial. Someone said Kirsten should be there with you. We love Kirsten. Angelica said, I have an air purifier that hasn't had their filters in stock. I think it's discontinued. Oh no. Well, Angelica, if you want to join the Wellisair family, you let us know. And again, you can use promo code NEWKID150 and get $150 off the unit. And the cartridges are super easy. This is the solution that creates the hydroxyls. So this is the fuel, and this goes right into the unit. Here's how hard it is to change this. You put this in, you close the door. That's it. So it's much easier to service this, and you get a new cart. you get yourself on subscription, you get a new cartridge every 90 days. And it's not like a filter that if you don't change it, the unit can keep going, and it's not trapping any of those particles. It's eliminating, scrubbing the air clean on the molecular level. The air is so toxic outside, we need to have this inside to be well. It's true. And it has there are two different cartridges. One has a very light scent because it is oil of orange. So there's no fragrance. It is just the actual oil of orange that creates the hydroxyls. The other one is a hydrogen peroxide solution. So one is, we say, barely scented. I can only smell it when I'm up this close. And you know what? I used to not be able to smell it. I think I really lost my sense of smell for a while from COVID because I had it so many times. And my sense of smell is back. That's exciting. It is true. It is barely scented. So that's Wellisair. I just wanted to have a quick discussion about that because we are going to be doing we have an appearance with Dr. Drew in the fourth quarter, and I was just sending them all the information about Wellisair, so it was top of mind. Suzanne said, I'm in Canada and the fires are bad here. I'm so sorry, Suzanne. You guys there's so many fires. And I just feel for everyone who is in the path. And, you know, the toxins from wildfire smoke can travel for hundreds of miles. And it's exactly the kind of toxins that Wellisair is, that is exactly where you need a unit like Wellisair. And those are things that can't be trapped by a HEPA filter because they're too small. But the toxins that stay in the air long after the skies are cleared, it's a very important technology, and I'm really grateful that Bruce was able to find this. Love Dr. Drew. Yeah, he's a good guy. He is a good guy. He and Suzanne met many times, and they were both early pioneers in health and wellness. So I love people who spend their lives trying to make things, healthy and well. Suzanne said my dad had to be moved from a care home because his area was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I hope you can get him a Wellisair. So new beginnings. What else are we starting that's new, guys? Does anyone else have something new happening in your life right now? I've been talking to a lot of people who are coming on the retreat, and you know what I'm really thrilled about is the number of single women that applied to come. And I mean, I think we could take 6 for the 2 weeks, and we had dozens and dozens. And I love that you guys are looking for travel adventures. And I was talking to one of the friends who said, this is something I always wanted to do with my husband. And he passed, and I'm like, good for you that you're figuring out a way to go travel now and still have a wonderful, great experience, even though it's different, even though it might feel a little uncomfortable. Another friend said, I was talking to my life coach, and I said, I really want to go on this trip with Caroline and Bruce, but she had asked a friend to come with her, and the friend was, not able to, and she was feeling kind of sad about it, and her life coach said, you should go by yourself. I love that level of confidence to break out of something that you're not used to doing and deciding no, yes, I'm going to do it. Will you have a waiting list? We will. So if you still want to be considered, or if you want to be considered for the next one, please sign up at carolinesummers.com. Go to the Tuscany retreat and click on it. And there's a form there that you can fill out. And that's how we make sure we have your email. And when we retreat, we will let you know. I do have the venue that we're doing for this retreat had offered the week before, which it happens to be Easter week, so a lot of people are not available. And they have offered us. Sorry, you guys just jumped out for a second on Facebook. So I'm going to ask the people who were not included in this first 22 people. I'm checking to see if any of them want that Easter week, but we are headed to, I'm going over to Italy in a couple of weeks, and we will, we're looking for more venues and bigger venues so that we can accommodate more people. Because it seems like someone has a new beginning over here. It wasn't easy. It is not easy, but there is, there's so much sort of, people will call it, woo-woo manifestation, and you have to believe this is going to happen, and you have to leave yourself open. And, there are times when I'm feeling cynical where it just sounds like such bullshit. I'm just like, oh yeah, think it, and then it'll happen. Like, come on. I get it. I understand being that cynical, and I understand how negative thoughts in our lives can feel like it's like you're not making it up. It's based in reality, and this happened, and this happened, and that. But you know what? When you finally get on the other side of it, you really understand that it is true. You have to put yourself in the mental situation to believe that these things are going to happen. You have to believe in magic for magic to happen in your life. And I know when you're really financially stressed. I've been there. I know when somebody has a health issue. I've been there. I understand the realities of the obstacles we face in our lives. But I had someone advise me, I will pass this along. There are many different ways to pray or to meditate or to envision, manifest good things in your life. And I had someone say to me, we all have guides. We all have our spirit guides that are living on the other side who are pulling for us, and they're watching us go through these obstacles, and they are not allowed to help us. They're not allowed to intervene unless we give them permission. So every morning, should you feel so inclined, you may already do this through prayer or journaling or meditation, however that works for you in your personal life. But I have started to ask my guides out loud. I ask God and my guides to intervene on my behalf so that I can live my best life. Intervene on my behalf to help me find the love you're looking for, the job you're looking for, the money you're looking for, the health you're looking for. Help me to make the best decision for me to improve my life, whatever that is. And like I say, some of you might think like, oh God, that's like so. I have been wanting to go to Italy. I've been wanting to figure out how I could do that. I'm 7 months out of a job that I had for over 30 years, and I have about 700 people who have requested going on a retreat with me and Bruce. I think that's kind of an answer to a manifestation, to a prayer, to a, okay, good, Nancy believes. It's now actually becoming a reality. Violet just got her student visa. She's going to be living in Rome all next year, and we're going to look. I mean, we could have a place there for a couple months at a time so we can run, a few weeks of retreats. And it happened because I actually put one scary foot in front of the other and took the steps to creating something new. So if you are thinking that you want something new in your life, I know how hard it is to get out of that spinning wheel. Like, well, I can't because of this, and I can't because of that. Well, how am I supposed to? I know how those negative thoughts can perpetuate and move and move and move and move. But I'm telling you, if you can fake it, if you can fake the positivity until it becomes reality, First of all, it's a much nicer way to live when you believe good things are happening to you. And when you believe that there is a possibility of those things happening for you. And I know this is, listen, it's different for every person. Like what I'm seeking, what you're there, it can be incremental in many ways, but I believe in hope, and I believe in positivity, and I believe in manifestation. So it doesn't happen overnight, that's for sure. That's for sure. It does not happen overnight. Amy said, it is my dream to go to Italy. I'm Italian. Oh, I hope you get to go someday. So make it a reality. Amy, you're going to Italy. You're definitely going to Italy. Look at my father-in-law, Bruce, is in Italy. He's 82. Bruce finally took him. How exciting was that? Agnes, I can't take estrogen. What was the show you did last week? It is about Membrin, Agnes, and it is on my website. Go to carolinesummers.com, and there is a link, there's an ad right below the Tuscany retreat for Membrin. Just click on it, and then when you go to the site, use my promo code. It's Caroline, and you get a free month when you sign up for the subscription. And it's such a good product. It's a great product. And, listen, that's a product that I didn't know I was going to be talking about, women's health issues with a new site. That came through to me in a really organic way. And it's helping a lot of people. So I didn't know that was something that I was going to be doing, but I tried it myself. It had such an incredible impact on my health and how I feel as a woman. And, turns out it's not that scary to talk to other women about women's health issues. We certainly need to do it more. And it all kind of goes into the health and happiness and connected vibe. So if you're interested, it is called Membrin, and you can find it on my website at carolinesummers.com. It helps to reconstitute the mucosal linings in your body that start to deteriorate with age and loss of hormones. So when you start losing your estrogen, the eyes can dry, your nasal cavities can dry, your skin gets dry, your vaginal tissue can get dry, the tissue in the delicate bladder area can get dry, and it causes a lot of really nasty symptoms. Your eyes can tear like crazy, your nose can tear, your vaginal tissue can become dry and irritated, and sex can become painful. When your bladder tissue gets really thin and delicate, it can make you feel like you have to pee all the time. You can get increased UTIs. And not everyone can take estrogen replacement. I hope you can, because it is very helpful, but I'm on estrogen replacement and I still needed this supplement, because this supplement actually helps to reconstitute the mucosal linings. It rebuilds the healthy tissue so that those symptoms are no longer an issue. And wow, does it make a difference in how you feel. It's incredible. So that's what's happening in my little world right now. Less frequent trips to the bathroom. And see, it turns out it's not a bladder issue. It's just that when the skin becomes that thin, it makes you think you have to go to the bathroom. But when you go to the bathroom, it's not like you're peeing like crazy. It's just the feeling that you have to go. So lots of ways to help us to feel better and have our bodies function better. We're living so much longer now than we were post-menopause. I mean, think about evolution-wise, we used to die after we were no longer able to procreate. We are living a long time now. So we all want to live a long life, but only if it's like a good, healthy life. So that's why when I learned about that supplement, I was like, my ladies need to know about this too. This is an absolute game changer. I was on estrogen and progesterone, and I was HER tested. I don't know what HER tested means, Agnes, but I hope you try the supplement. It's got a 90-day money-back guarantee. You can literally try it for 3 months. And you'll see friends on here saying what great results they have. It seems that you can accomplish anything you wish through hard work and ambition. You have helped me, and hopefully my doctor and I will get things balanced. Oh, I'm so happy. I mean, that's true with all of us, right? My dad used to say, if you have a job to do, put your whole mind to it and keep it there until it is done. And that is hard for the ADHD folks because we like to bounce around. That's why I have so many projects going at all time, because I'll do a little of this one and then I'll do a little of this one. And I think there's something, I'm the youngest of 6 kids, so I was always around noise and chaos. Oh, you're HER positive. Okay, so that supplement could be a very helpful thing for you, Agnes, because it's not estrogen based. So talk to your doctor about it. But I think focusing on one thing can be, I'm used to a lot of chaos and noise. I was the youngest of 6. I mean, Bruce, he hears one little noise and it's really distracting for him. To me, that cacophony just becomes background noise. I can sleep through the TV. I can, write and do projects with music or noise. I don't even hear it. I don't even hear it. Whatever you do with your myth. I don't know what myth means, Emma, but absolutely. Michelle, we were just talking about Membrin, which is a supplement to help rebuild your mucosal linings. I was also, I don't know if you guys remember, I was talking about that I had really bad hip pain after I had my hysterectomy. And again, I'm on estrogen, wasn't enough. And guess what? I don't have hip pain anymore. So, and same thing, my girlfriend Heidi, she was like, I have really bad hip pain. We play pickleball together. We're playing today. And I don't have hip pain anymore. For me, it was a tissue issue. And that is something that for me, the tissue becoming healthier from taking the Membrin, I no longer experience that hip pain. So I'm gonna get Bunny so you guys can say a quick hello to Bunny. Hold on, here. Bunny, you wanna come say hi? Look at this little angel. Bunny, you ready for your, Bunny's getting a new batch of food today. We're gonna have chicken and butternut squash and peas and broccoli. That's what we're getting today. So you guys, thank you so much for joining me and, oh, big yawn. And I will be back on Thursday with a cooking show. I know I owe you the blog from last week for tiramisu. It'll get up today or tomorrow. I promise. Oh, hi, Violet. Vinny said, OMG, Caroline, my hip was hurting for months and months. I've been using Membrin for 3 weeks and guess what? It's 90% better. Woohoo! Oh my God, Vinny, I'm so happy because I know you got it for dry eye, right? That's awesome. And the side effect was that he is experiencing a lot of improvement in that hip pain. I love that. All right, you guys, thanks for joining me today. And again, to those of you who did not make it into the first round for the retreat, just know we are working hard to make that happen. And thank you, all of you, for being my support system in a new chapter. And please know that if you are going through a new chapter, I am here for you. You can DM me. I'm happy to chat over DM. Love you guys. I'll see you on Thursday. Bye.